RBA, BOC, and ECB all raising rates at their meetings this week. The RBA by 50, the BOC by 75, and since 1999, not as high, the ECB 75. And in other news, Queen Elizabeth II passes away at the age of 96. Rest in peace, Queen. Long live King Charles III. May he reign for many days. And Patriots Day, September 11th, we will never forget. Moment of silence. Hey, ForexMilitia. Parseval is here, and we are going to go over the coming week of the 11th to the 16th. And we are going to basically look at last week's calendar first, to just take a look at some of the stuff that I said in the preview. So the Aussie went from 1.85 to 2.35. That's the 50% increase, and the GDP for the Aussie was 0.9. It came in as expected, as forecast, and then the BOC raised by 75 basis points. Everybody's tightening, and their IVPMI Purchasing Managers Index came in hot. Pretty good at 60. They were only forecast 48. And so next is the ECB, which was at 0.5. Now it's at 1.25. They came off of negative rates pretty much, and now they're positive 1.25. All right, and the unemployment claims in the U.S. came in below forecast, which is good. And then ECB and Powell spoke, and then unemployment for the CAD on Friday, and they're not having such a good time. Two bad prints. Okay, two bad releases. Okay, so coming up this week in Forex, we have the pound GDP. We have the CPI, which is big news in the US. The CPI on the pound, which is also big, because you can see it's at 10%, 10.1%. Ouch. All right, PPI, the GDP for the Kiwi and the Aussie unemployment, as you can see, it's 35. And then there is a forecast 3.4, and then on the core retail sales, and then the customer sentiment on Friday customer sentiment 59.8. all right, so now that we've seen that, what we are going to prepare for, because we want to, this is the biggest news this coming week is actually CPI. So for me, I would want to just par down some of my positions that I have open, and then just the rest of the week is pretty tradable. But the CPI could yield some big news. Okay, so let's get over to the charts and see what we can see. Okay, here on the dollar, this week I'm going to go extend a little bit, because I wanted to bring in my pivots so you can see some of the action that's actually going on here. All right, so here on the dollar, we basically are up into divergence, a divergent area from about here, right? And as I can see on my indicator, I'm using the QQE also now. This is an old indicator that I used to use, and I brought it back because I saw that it was a blend of the MACD and the RSI together. So for my trading, that's a good blend. So here you are, you basically see this divergence, and it basically came back here and it jumped off from this divergent high in this first one. Now the second one is going to go a bit higher. What I expect is this is the forecast. As you can see, this has already signaled that this is in a type of a downtrend, a divergent downtrend, a bearish divergence, right? So I believe it'll probably hit up here at 111.38, right? And then possibly one more. Now what I would be looking for, I believe on the daily, on the daily, is for this to basically show a lower low, lower close candle. And then I would look for it to basically fall down to at least this area here again. Right, and then from there, most likely it might actually rally from there. So that would be something to look for. Okay, on the US 30. On the US 30, we are still pretty much in an uptrend. I hate to say it. It's been down this whole year, but it's really still up in an uptrend. So what's happening here is we got some pullback, and usually on pullbacks that causes another rally to happen. But I don't think a rally is actually going to happen till it goes into November of this year, November, December. Okay, and then next year sometime there will be another drop, another decline. Okay, but for the next 3 months, I believe this is going to continue to rally higher. The targets would be 38,830 up here. This is R1. Okay, so we are going to be looking for it to hit that mark up there as far as pivots go, because it actually went long. We've got some long signals here, here, and then again here, and then again. Can't really say. Yeah, it's more like here. So this would be like the entry area here. So 1, 2, 3, and I've done some research, and it looks like when there's a pullback, there's usually a rally of at least 3 zones. 3 zones. Now this right here is one zone because it's actually just going into the R1. But these dotted lines are midpoints, and those midpoints matter. So entry point 1, 2, 3. So 38.83. Okay, on gold, all right, it is bouncing off of support here, and that is S1 over here on the weekly. Okay, on the weekly, and then these are the yearly pivots. So it's bouncing off of the yearly pivot on S1 on the weekly, right? Okay, and then we are going to be looking for an entry point. So it looks like the entry point is here, and so with that we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to be looking for gold to basically hit somewhere around 2,104. Okay, so that's in the 2000s. That would be a significant rally and a break of these old highs, possibly into some type of divergence. Okay, so we're going to be looking for that to go long. And then on Bitcoin, with gold rallying and the dollar basically going to take a dive, I believe Bitcoin is also going to rally. It is also still in a bullish, this is a retracement, all right? But it's still pretty bullish. As long as it doesn't fall too far below this line, we will still see some bullish action. All right, so what we have here is it is now at the 250, and we are going to be looking for it to rally to, right, 1, 2, 3, somewhere around 57. Now, remember, these are just calls. It's probably not going to go that far. It'll probably get up to here in this area where there is structure. Resistance. You see this resistance here, off the bottoms of here, and some consolidation right here. So it's probably going to go to about 34. It'll probably rally to that high. Okay. Next, oil. On U.S. oil. With the rallying of the other two and the dollar looking to basically fall off of bearish divergence, I am looking for oil to also climb to new highs, and that will cause inflation to be even worse, causing the market to probably drop, and people will be running for the exits. Now, I did say on the US 30 that it could possibly rally to 3,800. But if this actually does what I think it's going to do, inflation will increase and the Fed will have to tighten faster, which would definitely probably push the US into a recession, and there will probably be new lows in the US 30. That's if oil and gold actually really rally. Definitely with oil, because oil will definitely cause a higher price to gas, and that will definitely choke off the discretionary cash. And with that, going into Q4, and the earnings from Q3 coming in October, that will be big trouble. So okay. So I am actually going to say bullish on U.S. oil. Next, the loonie. And the loonie is bullish. Okay, I don't have that on here. Okay, yeah, I don't have the COT on here. But I am bullish. I'll put that up on the screen though, so that you can see what the non-commercials are actually doing, what they're doing with that. It's been up, it's been coming up. So you go ahead and take a look and make a decision for yourself. All right, but it's been still pretty long, the CAD, but it's in this consolidation area. This right here is an old resistance point, and as you can see, it's been hitting off of that area, and then it's above the 250, so that's giving me, and it's also above this center line, this 50, so that's giving me a very bullish sentiment on that. Now, once again, the dollar is possibly going to rally then drop. So we are going to be looking to see what happens with that. If the dollar continues to fall, then this will be bearish, especially since it came off of this this resistance point. Okay, And interestingly enough, there is a bit of divergence there. So coming off of this, and so if this falls, let's see. Well, it could fall down to here, S1, because that would be entry. But I don't believe that for divergences that works the same way. Okay, so to here, and then that falls down to, I would say probably down to here, probably to 125.30. At the most 125.324 down to here. Alright, next, Euro. And now we see the Euro is continuing its drop past parity, and now it regained parity, and so we are looking for this to actually continue to fall. I'm sorry, to gain off of the drop that there was, that's most likely coming in the dollar. It might probably rally to about, let's see where the structure, right about here. So about that's to 107, to up to here to 107, right off of parity to 107, and that'll come way, that's a long distance, that's 700 pips. But remember that these are the weekly charts. And on the pound, it fell past that 115 point. It's now hitting those lows. It hit that low, and now because of what's happening with the dollar, it should rally back. And if we get 700 pips, it'll hit 123, somewhere around there, or 122, 123. So up here, and with that will basically do it for my analysis, my weekly analysis. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe. Please leave me a comment with any questions that you have, and like this video if you made it to the end. Alright, the closest thing to the Holy Grail is following the smart money. Knowledge is power. Be power hungry and power to the people. And this is Parseval signing out.